essentially allows you to, when your phone gets data, it sends the data to you, and then it appears on your screen as a push notification. Everyone knows what these are. Everyone has them on their apps. Every time you download an app, the very first thing they're going to say to you is, "Would you like to allow push notifications?" That's exactly what this patent is about. Um, what the actual language is it discloses a way of transmitting real-time notifications such as alerts, local weather, remote computing devices, etc. So SimpleAir actually convinced the jury that it was in their favor initially, and then Apple went and said, Google went and said, no, 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 we can't do this. That's way too much money. We're not going to settle for that. Meanwhile, other companies who are also being sued for that same push notification feature, such as Apple, Microsoft, Samsung, Sony Mobile, etc., they all actually went for settlements instead of sticking it out. Now, what Apple did was they stuck out through the litigation, and it actually paid off in the end because when they did appeals for the settlement of $85 million, lawyers were able to find other more sort of like nuanced aspects of the patent that actually sort of invalidated the claim that SimpleAir had made against Apple. So what happened in the end was Apple and all those other companies had to pay even though it was invalidated, but Google, because they stuck through with litigation, didn't have to pay. So I think this is an interesting case because it talks a lot about, or it doesn't talk about rather, but it shows a lot about how one can sort of stick it through an entire process and actually get a win in the end, even when it seems like the odds are against you. So this kind of goes back to the whole cost-benefit analysis of going through litigation, lawyers versus settling. And I think this is one really good example of why sometimes it might make sense to stick through.